Persona 5 is probably the most stylish game out there, but that isn't necessarily what I'm going to be looking for when I try to find you games like Persona 5. Though some of these games definitely are pretty stylish, we're looking for something with great characters, good vibes, a story that you can really get invested in, a ton of side content, and some of which actually ties into the story and advances character development. Ideally, we'll have some sort of social link style system, should have a combat system that carries the gameplay into a satisfying loop that makes you really want to play more. There are a lot of different themes and aspects of Persona 5 that people love, so I'm going to show you some games that take those aspects and really run with them. But first, I have to point you towards some of the older games in the same series. I realize that probably a lot of people that played Persona 5 also played earlier Persona games, but if you haven't, that's definitely where you should start. Persona 3 was recently updated with an entire HD and remade version called Persona 3 Reload, which is absolutely amazing. Everything has been updated and modernized, and this is very clearly the best version of the game to play. Though it is missing some things that people were a little bit upset about, but overall, I think it is the best packaging of Persona 3 that we've gotten. Persona 4 Golden is the high point of the Persona series for a lot of people. It is also now available on PC in a nice package. Persona 4 does a really good job of using the dungeons to help you learn about the characters, and that's one of the things that people like the most about Persona 4. You really get to know everyone on your team in a very deep way that makes you much more invested in their outcomes, and it makes you want to learn even more about them. So for Persona 5 fans, Persona 3 and 4 are must-plays. You can get Persona 4 Golden on all modern consoles and on PC, and you can also get Persona 3 Reload on all modern consoles and PC. And sticking with Atlus for now, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is the other side of the coin when it comes to this series. And specifically, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. For those of you who are really invested in the combat system of Persona and want a system that is even deeper to really sink your teeth into, you should definitely check out this game. The Vengeance version of the game that just released on PC updates everything and gives you the best version of the game. It also adds a little bit more of just about everything, from areas to demons and even more music. They've done a great job of improving Vengeance from the Switch version, and I would highly recommend it even to people outside of the Persona fandom. But for those that are fans of Persona, I would urge you to at least give Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance a shot. It's probably the most accessible Shin Megami Tensei game yet without compromising the integrity of the series. It doesn't have like the social link system or a lot of those systems, but it focuses a lot more on gameplay. So people that love that definitely try Shin Megami Tensei 5. You can get it on all modern consoles and on PC. For those of you like me that are all about that story and character life, look no further than Yakuza Like a Dragon. This is a new turn for the Yakuza series that switches up the combat system to a fully turn-based system. Like a Dragon has a lot to offer Persona 5 lovers. It takes place in a unique and ever-changing city. There are a ton of things to do, just absolutely insane amounts, so variety of play has never been higher, and it even has a social aspect to it where you learn about the characters and delve deeper into your relationships with them. It also has a great story, so people that love that, you're gonna like Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon is one of those games that gets you very involved with the story right away, as you get kicked to the curb and have to climb your way from living in the streets to owning your own business. So I would say it's a high recommend for anyone that loves JRPGs, and with so many aspects that Persona players will love, this is kind of a no-brainer. I think you can pick it up on all modern consoles and on PC. Trails of Cold Steel has a lot of aspects that are pretty similar to Persona 5. It has the passage of time aspect to it, but in Cold Steel's case, it's more of like a monthly thing. You're part of a class of students. It has a quick-paced and active turn-based combat system. You also get to know the cast of characters very deeply as you move throughout the story. And when I say deeply, I mean very deeply, because you are going to be with these characters through 4 games. That's right. Trails of Cold Steel is a quadrilogy. That means there is plenty of content for you to explore here, including side content and an entire social system so you can get to know the cast. Trails has an incredibly deep world to plug yourself into, and most characters that you meet have their own stories that advance throughout the series. You never know what NPC you'll meet 2 games later in a dark alley that will impact things that you wouldn't think they would. A great series, and one I think Persona 5 fans will love. You can get Trails of Cold Steel on all modern consoles and on PC. Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus is an incredibly underrated game that is also from Falcom. It has a lot of similarities with Trails, but it also has full action RPG style combat. It's a little bit of a twist on this list. That rhymed. It has a lot of side content to explore too, so any of you completionists out there will definitely get your money's worth. Like Trails and Persona, it has an entire social system that ties to your character's story, so you can get to know various characters that you meet. It also has a similar system of time to Persona, so in between your classes and work you'll manage your free time, getting to know various people and doing any side content that you might feel like doing. It's not very strict about that either, so there's no stress of trying to get everything done and feeling like you can't do it. Tokyo Xanadu kind of feels like Persona Lite in a lot of ways, like a slice of life game that has moments where things really pick up. The combat sections even take place in a parallel world, so this is a good game that is worth your time, so go check it out. It's available on the Switch, PS4, and PC. So pretty much all of these games would be a pretty good place to start for any Persona 5 fans. There are definitely other games out there that might fit, so if you have any in mind, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.